the things I do for you people. I am actually sitting on 2 pillows right now with my chair all the way up because I always feel like my camera, which is on a shelf up above, is just getting my head, so anyways, it's annoying, but I'm doing it for you guys. So right, this is the game review for Assassin's Creed 3, the last Assassin's Creed game that you will be hearing from me for a long time, because there are none after it currently. I can't wait for the next one. I'm obviously a die-hard Assassin's Creed fan, and I might look into, actually not mine, I am looking into getting my hands on a PlayStation Vita, or Vista, however you call it, so that I can play more Assassin's Creed games. Anyways, this is not about those games. This is about Assassin's Creed 3 for the PS3, the Xbox 360, the Wii U, and for Microsoft Windows. Haha, I am prepared this time. And like all games of the previous, it is rated M for mature, 17 and up, for blood, intense violence, sexual themes, and strong language. This will never change. This is about assassins. It's going to be violent. It's going to be bloody. There's nothing you can do about that. Okay, so, that done. Assassin's Creed Revelation was the last that you get to see of Ezio, to the best of my knowledge. This game is got a new assassin named Connor. He is a Native American, which you probably already got if you actually watched the trailer. If not, oh well, spoilers, he's a Native American. This is taking place in the United States when they only had the 15 colonies, and where they were still in that time period where they were trying to get rid of all of the Indians, the natives. Yeah. Generally speaking, I was a little nervous getting my hands on this game because I don't like American history. Yes, I'm American. I don't care for American history, but I know the basics of American history. I just always found them barbaric and irritating, and I can't really say that other countries don't have their barbaric history, but I felt ashamed to be a part of it. Unfortunately, I am. Anyways, I did find it entertaining playing through this game because I was actually able to recognize a lot of stuff that was going on because I am familiar with the history, so that was cool. Like most of the Assassin's Creed games, the latest ones, it has subtitles. It is also in 3D like the last one, which I again find annoying. I tried to adjust settings, but there really is no difference. You can get rid of the 3D effects, but I swear there is absolutely no difference whatsoever in the graphics, so there's no point even bothering. So I just got over it and moved on. Yeah. There's a lot of ship battles in this game. I didn't care for them at all. In fact, I absolutely hated them. It was unique in that there wasn't really ship battles in the previous game, so I will give them that. But I didn't care about the ships at all. Just saying. But other people probably will enjoy that, so there is that. There's a ton of side quests in this thing, most of which are actually relevant and useful to you to do. For instance, there is what's called the homestead missions. In this game, the main character has to leave his tribe to seek out answers and to try and put a stop to what is happening to try and protect his people. And so he goes to a new location, he finds someone who can train him, and basically takes up base there to learn. And it's called the homestead. So when you're going through the game, you hit certain stages, things will pop up. And so you will go through and you will go find those homestead missions and you will do them and you will add to your village. And as you accomplish certain things, more will pop up, and it's really entertaining. It's a side thing. there was a little bit of an importance to doing it, so when you actually finish them all, you kind of understand why, but it's not the end of the world if you don't do it. Another thing that there was that you can do is look for peg leg trinkets, which are actually kind of fun, if a little annoying, because the map in this game sucks. I liked the maps in all the previous games. I didn't like the map in this one. So trying to find these trinkets on the map is a little frustrating, but you can find them. It can be done. Fear not. Unfortunately, you can literally be standing right over the top of where it is, and it's not there. You then quickly discover that it's below you in a cave somewhere, and you have to find the entrance, which is very difficult to find. But hey, challenge for you! So yeah. You find all the trinkets, you bring them to the peg leg guy, and he'll give you locations that you can go to find pieces of a map. You find all the pieces of the map, and you can go and find the legendary treasure, which is not armor, like all of you are probably thinking. I won't say what it is, though. But yeah. So, in the last game, Desmond woke up from his coma and discovered that his father had joined the team, and they were in the process of relocating to a new site because they'd gotten a lead. In this game, they're at the new site. They're trying to find the power source they need to hook it up. So, every now and then, Desmond has to exit the Animus to go to different locations to get power sources, which I thought was cool because I love Desmond and I wanted more action with Desmond besides wandering around in the site and talking to people, which you get to do, but I thought it was cool that I was actually able to leave the site for various missions that Desmond had to do. I thought that was fantastic. So, you know, he's looking for the key to unlock the site throughout this game. Meanwhile, Sean is looking for... It is Sean, right? I'm sorry, I'm kind of like obsessing over the TV series The Walking Dead, and there's a character named Sean, which I hate, but I'm pretty sure Sean is... Yeah, his name is Sean. Okay, sorry, people. But anyways, Sean is looking for sources for the power, so every now and then Desmond is pulled out to go do that. And then once you have the key, as the apocalypse comes closer, they enter the place that you're trying to get to in the first place, to try and stop the apocalypse. Shh. I'm not going to spoil it, but shit hits the fan. We'll leave it at that. And it left me in a sobbing mess in the corner. Let's just put it that way. I do not know if Ubisoft is going to make another game with Connor or not. They kind of have mentioned going either way, saying that it was kind of up to the reviews on how things play out. Frankly, I would prefer it if... I don't mind Connor so much. I think he was kind of done when you get through the game. But I don't really want to see more American history. It was interesting to go through, but the reality of it is that there's not really much to cover besides what already has taken place in the game. No. I think that it would be a bit of a disappointment and a redundancy if they did more. Plus, they wrapped it up really nicely with Connor. Yeah. That said, I found it a little annoying that Connor was so accepting of some things. He was definitely angry about the Americans coming in, trying to take their land, yada yada yada. But he was a little more accepting about certain things than I felt that an actual Native American during that time period should have been. But they had to make a character, they had to work with certain parameters, so that's that. There's nothing I can do about that. Also, there is an entire chapter in this game where Connor is speaking in his native tongue. Whenever he is at his tribe, he is speaking in his native tongue, which I don't mind, but an entire chapter in a foreign language with English subtitles is very aggravating. And this is coming from someone who watches foreign films all the time and quite enjoys it. I just found it really frustrating considering this was an English game, English characters, and randomly they just throw in an entire chapter. And it's not even the first chapter, it's the second chapter that is entirely in their native tongue. I guess they wanted to make it more historically accurate, but I wasn't really impressed by it. Little phrases, yeah, that'd be cool. The entire chapter, not so much. It was a long chapter too, it wasn't short, so yeah. What else? I have stated that they do have subtitles, obviously. I don't think I stated that the voice acting is great. It is. I quite enjoyed it. There's some really interesting twists in this storyline as well. Like, when you play the first chapter, you're going da-da-da-da, playing your way through the chapter, you reach the end of it, and you just went, what the fuck just happened? And literally 5 seconds later, Desmond goes, what the hell just happened? It was pretty entertaining. But yeah, I'm not going to spoil things because I know a lot of you haven't actually gotten a chance to play this game, and a lot of you tend to check this stuff out after the fact. For those of you that actually are checking this out before you go and play the game, I applaud you. And I will try and not reveal things. Yeah. So I'm going to end it here. Hope you guys enjoy the game. It's definitely worth the money, if different, very different from all the previous games. Toodles!